Hey Model Railroaders, this is Steve Anderson coming to you with another mail call. This is something that I just received. I just recently got a promotion at work, so I decided I should treat myself to something. Yes, I know, it's a Broadway Limited Paragon 4 with Rolling Thunder. And what this actually is a Jeep 20, which, funny enough, I actually just had Jason do DCC on a Jeep 20 that I'd have to paint. But I saw this one come through, and it's brand new from Broadway Limited. And I got the unpainted version of it. You can see here it comes with the operator's manual for diesel locomotives. So this is a fun thing that I came up with it. So I asked for it to be undecorated. So you can see here, there's a lot of stuff that's missing on the train. So I kind of was hoping that it would be a little, not bad to take out. But then I found out that this is actually a project engine, not just an undecorated engine. So the reason why I did this because I've got my white background. But this train engine came with a bunch of pieces and parts. And I'll show you them here in a minute. And all of these have to get put on this engine. Okay? And my other cat, which normally doesn't have anything to do with train engines, wants to come and play for some reason. Okay, so the nice thing is you can see they packed it pretty nicely, but let's look at everything that needs to be painted on this. I figured when I got an undecorated one, there'd be some stuff to do, but no, this is everything. So if you guys look in here, there's even the little brass for the hoses for the brakes and all that have to be done, as well as the trucks. So I've got to figure out how to paint the trucks without getting these all off. So I'm going to have to remove the motors and all that. You can see here, this all needs to be painted. So I'm going to need to take that out so I don't spray paint over the speaker jets down there. At least they've got it marked as a BLI train down in there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay. But all of these things. So I've got to clean up this metal. I've got to clean up this metal in here to have to take that apart. We've got the fill lines. It did not come with any decals, so I may have to get some extra decals for this. And you can see the running lights are gone, so there's no number boards or anything. There is a guy inside. He is the only thing that is painted. Oh, sorry. I keep trying to look at two different places. So the figure that's in there is actually painted, but there's only one figure, so I only get an engineer, not a conductor. But that's okay. This is a yard switcher, so the conductors should be off of the engine going and doing work anyway. It's kind of nice. All the handrails are already removed and all that. So there's a lot of more details that have to come in. So I did not realize how much more of a project this was going to be. So you can see here that on the top view, they put nothing in there. So I have an entire bag full of things to put on there, along with vent fans. What do we got? Vent fans, the fans themselves, fan housings, upper sections, lower sections, cowlings. There's hand grips in here. There's the MEU cables are in there, as well as some other things, which I have no idea what they are yet. Okay. Oh, those are like the hookups for that. Okay. So that's one package, and that's the plastic parts. And then, of course, you have the clear package. I don't know if you guys can see these, but those are the number boards. So I got to put the number boards on, which makes sense. You don't want to have to try to paint over those or anything like that. Oh, I didn't realize this just now, but it looks like it has holes for the MU stands, and also I guess I could put ditch lights in there if I wanted to, but I'm not sure if my train has ditch lights. So along with that package comes the brass package. So you can see here, I even have to install the lifting rings as well as the different grates and all that. And then there's still a couple of fan tops that have to be put on and put together. As you can see that those are all brass. And there's the handrails that are in there and all that. And then, of course, there's the other handrails, the end handrails, and stanchions and all that are in plastic. And then, of course, the other nice thing is the full-length railings on the side of the train. So when I first got this, I didn't realize that I actually have a project train besides just painting it up. So this is going to be interesting. I've never had to paint these items before down here because they've always come just flat black. But now I'm going to have to go and paint all of those the correct colors and see how they come apart, see what goes where and how everything goes. And then I guess with, like I said, those big, those big holes up here, besides being able to put in the MUs, I think, because you can see the MUs are pretty big, I think that they're also designed, if I wanted to be able to put lights in there, but I'll have to see. So, oh, and there's also the top one, which is probably for the AC unit on the top. But what's really kind of fun, that's going to be fun in the future, is here's the train engine. This is all I have to work with to figure out what parts go where and how those parts go down. So that in itself is going to be fun because all I have is the exploded view. I'm going to see if I can get in a little bit closer to this. So all I have is the exploded parts section with numbers on them. And my cat wants to see what's going on too. So this is going to be kind of fun. Not only that, just after painting, but figuring out where all the parts go. So let's take this upstairs and see what this engine does. All right, so let's see what this engine will do. Okay, we'll go ahead and select engine 003. Wow, started right on up with sound. Okay, F1 is the bell. We don't need that anymore. So it starts up pretty good. It's F2, F3. Don't know what that does. I don't have the book with me, so. F4 is the dynamic brake. Not sure what F5 actually does. There's F6. F7 turns off. Oh, it just turns off the display lights. F8. Of course, going to turn everything off. F9. Huh. And that turns off all those lights. Okay. So we'll put those on and those on. Let's see about moving it forward. And it turns off the cab light. That's kind of cool. Moves really nicely. Nice and smooth. Send it in reverse. It looks like it has some consist lights too. Here, so you've got the lights there, those lights. You turn it on, the cab light comes on. Let's see, it also has classification lights up front. I don't see any walk-away lights or down lights. I'll go ahead and turn this around so you guys can see the front of the train. And that's it turning off. Okay, that's all good. And you can see here, it does have a keep alive set. So you can see here, it has classification lights as well as the lights up there. 7 should turn off those top lights. Huh. Let's see if I have to reacquire the engine again. Huh. I wonder if it didn't like me taking it off the track. Okay. Well, that works. Okay, I've got the engine sounds back on. Those lights are on. You reverse up a little bit. Okay, got those lights. 9. And 0. So you can see here you've got the classification lights down here as well. You can turn those lights off and those give you the front lights. So that's kind of cool. I like how the cab light turns on and off. And we only have an engineer, not a conductor, on this engine. Okay, so this will be used primarily for switching in my yard anyway. And she seems to do pretty good. So that's my latest purchase from BLI. I guess it's going to be a fun project to put together. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like the video, and we will see you later. That's weird.